Forbes is out this morning with its annual list of the world's 100 most powerful women. The 10th anniversary list includes 28 CEOs, 18 entrepreneurs, 13 billionaires, 9 heads of state, 9 celebrities, and 1 woman currently, guess who, between jobs. We're revealing the top names first on CBS This Morning.
Between jobs, who could that be? At number 5, Christine Lagarde. She's managing director of the International Monetary Fund. Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff is 4th. 3rd on the list, Melinda Gates of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Federal Chair Janet Yellen, she's number 2. And the most powerful woman for the 4th consecutive year is the Chancellor of Germany. That would be Angela Merkel. The most powerful woman is the cover story in the new issue of Forbes magazine. And Moira Forbes is the president and publisher and joins us at the table this morning. Hello, Moira.
Good to see you. Good to see you guys.
Good to have you here. Here's Angela for the 4th year in a row, number 1. How come? And why is she not on the cover?
She's been on our list for 9 consecutive years. For 8 of those years in the top spot. She defied the male-dominated German political culture and is at the helm of the 4th largest economy in the world, the largest economy in Europe. She was the architect of the 28-country EU Eurozone, and the fate of the Eurozone rests on her shoulder. What happens in Europe affects us all, and that's landed her in the top spot for 8 consecutive years.
Another woman that affects the economy worldwide is Janet Yellen, of course, the chair of the Federal Reserve, the first woman, and this is her first time on the list.
It is new to the list, and we're so excited to see her because the Fed is the most influential institution in this country. Economies ride and fall by the whims of the Fed, and also all countries follow suit and are influenced by the work that she does. Far-reaching power, far-reaching influence, and a woman at the helm.
General Motors CEO Mary Barra, number 7, and she's also the cover.
Yeah.
And she's got a tough job right now.
Very tough job. She made history, obviously, as the first woman to head the largest U.S. automaker, but just 2 weeks into the job, her leadership tested when the safety crisis emerged. Forbes had the first conversation with her since the story broke, and she talks about what everyone wants to know. Did GM put a woman at the helm just before the crisis was about to break so that she could take the fall? Of course, she says no.
Who says that?
A lot of people speculate that leaders put her in the midst of this crisis as the fall woman for this very, very serious issue. She talks about her discussions with families who were affected, obviously, tragically by these safety issues, and how she's going to be working to repair GM's reputation crisis just 5 years after declaring bankruptcy.
Well, and more interesting, Christine Lagarde has talked about that many women become CEOs when a company is in trouble because companies like to have a female face, and that is sometimes women end up in those roles at times when companies are in transition or having a tough time.
I've heard you say the description, you go on the list between hard and soft power. What do you mean by that?
Well, so often we think of power, at least in the past, in the power as the amount of money that you controlled or the amount of people that you governed. Very top-down power. Now more than ever, it's about creative influence. It's about being able to connect and engage people. And you'll see with the women on our list that it's also about how you're using your influence across multiple spheres. Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook, a great example. Extraordinary business leader, self-made billionaire, but obviously a champion of the lean-in movement and sparking dialogues around women's issues in ways that we've never seen before.
3 quick questions. 1, where is Hillary Clinton? Where is Michelle Obama? And what is the trend?
Hillary Clinton is number 6 on our list, the only person on our list who technically doesn't have a job, but she's the presumptive leader of the free world, a huge voice, amplified voice around the world, and also generating big bucks thanks to her upcoming book and speaking engagements. Michelle Obama comes in on our list at number 8 this year. And although power may be transferred through marriage or for family, and that's not unique to women, she's one of the greatest ambassadors to this country, obviously taking on important issues like childhood abuse. She's a trendsetter, and she's a much higher approval rating than her husband.
And celebrities, Sofia Vergara, this was not the first time she was on the list.
Celebrities are on our list because they're not just building mega brands out of mega personalities, but they're also entrepreneurs. So Sofia Vergara is the highest earning female actress in this country, 2 years in a row, bringing in $30 million. But she's also someone who rakes in a lot of bucks for her bilingual endorsements, and her organization, Latin World Entertainment, Woman is a powerhouse in marketing and new media around this community.
I didn't know that. I know she was a huge star, but I didn't realize she was the highest.
$30 million.
The highest paid. And how many of them are mothers?
The majority of women on our list are mothers, well over 90%. So these women will say that often you can have it all, but you can't have it all at once. So they're reigning countries, they're heading up huge corporations, they're changing the world, doing amazing philanthropic endeavors, and a great testament to the ways in which women are ascending around the world.
That's right. In fact, Melinda Gates was up high this year, right?
She's number 3 on this year's list.
Number 3,
yeah. She's someone who's an extraordinary change maker. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, $36 billion. Yeah. They've already given away $26 billion to date. That's larger than the GDP of a lot of countries. But not only are they tackling critical health issues, but more importantly, they are changing the face of philanthropy as we know it. How we give, the way that we give, and working with countries around the world to tackle these huge issues.
Thank you, Moira. It's always fun to look at the list. Who made it, who didn't, how come, why not. Always a good read.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.